Disney's The Lion King is a theatre production unlike anything you've seen before. So many people know and love The Lion King as an animated feature film. But when it made the leap from screen to stage, the creative team faced the enormous challenge of putting the African savannah on stage. Now, to do this, they called upon a vast range of styles and techniques, from traditional African masks to the latest in digital technology. Over 1 million school children have already seen The Lion King here at London's Lyceum Theatre, but now you'll get the chance to go backstage and behind the scenes. In these episodes, we're going to be looking at 10 different aspects of the show and giving you the chance to see what goes into the making and the running of one of the biggest stage productions in the world. So let's get going. Have you ever wondered how The Lion King became a musical? Well, we caught up with some of the key players in the show's creation to find out what it took to make the lion sing.
The challenge of taking Lion King from screen to stage probably has three major elements. The first is that the film is pure cinema. It's a cinematic movie. It's staged with big, wide, huge shots. The second thing that's hard, of course, is it's a movie about talking animals. There's no people in it. And the third part is, to fill up a stage show, you need to be able to expand the story or to illuminate those characters. And 100% the solution for that was director, creator, designer Julie Taymor.
What struck me so profoundly about the animated film was the humanity in the characters, the facial expressions of Scar, of the hyenas, the humanness of those animals was so much the success of that animated film. So how do you keep that? In each character, I would find a different place for the human beings. And the first one that I did, I think, was the giraffe.
In anyone else's production, you would have hidden all the puppet parts. But Julie, by exposing all of that and lets you see the dancer, lets you see the puppeteer operating it, asks you to join in the whole style of the show.
I knew of Julie's magic, and I knew of her superb imagination, and we all wanted to come up with a brand new looking Broadway show that the world had never seen before. And Julie was there with us 24/7. And if we had a problem, she came up with 10 ways to fix it.
I believe that audiences are capable of doing two things at once, which is to be looking at the stage craft, the how it's done, as well as being lost in the story and the character. When you watch the mask of Mufasa or Scar come off, you are experiencing the theatricality, the act of creating the character, as well as experiencing the character. It is a double event theatrically because you literally have a mask of a character and the face of a character. So you are seeing the lion and the human at the same time, that duality.
Think about the character of Simba. Well, he appears in 5 different ways in the show. He appears as a small puppet. He appears as a rod puppet. He appears as a shadow puppet, and he appears as a child and an adult. So it takes 2 actors and 3 different puppet techniques to deliver Simba in The Lion King.
Another challenge faced by the show's creators was that a stage production would need a lot more music than the original film, requiring them to return to the root of the story and take a closer look at its setting.
In the movie, you know those 5 songs, but that wouldn't be enough to sustain the show. So diving into the music meant 2 things. One, going to Elton John and Tim Rice and asking for more music from them. But also we turned to Mark Mancina and Lebo M, who'd created a lot of the sound score and the beautiful African chanting that we hear in the movie, and to expand that into full-blown song material.
Since Lion King is set in Africa, that's the main musical influence, so it's an African one. So you hear the percussion, which is the heartbeat of Africa. The rhythm is African. So there's a lot of other music in the show, but the main musical influence is an African one.
The South African choruses, which are the backbone of the music in the Lion King movie, they're going to be on stage. So they are the character. The chorus became a much more powerful and important character.
With the visual concept behind the stage show in place, and the music developed and expanded to work in the theatre, what other ingredients were needed to complete the Lion King's journey from screen to stage?
I think when people say they cry at the beginning and all that stuff about the Lion King, it's because it's so ancient, this technique of letting the audience participate and fill in the blanks. They don't need it to be real. They need it to be suggested. These are the original concepts that I had, which is to show the rods and strings, to not hide the operation, that there is beauty in watching people make it happen.
You know, when the audience looks on stage, they don't see a giant wooden staircase. They see Pride Rock. And they don't see people with grass pallets on their head. They see the savannah. Once the audience sees the magic of it, then we have them on the journey, and that is the best kind of theater.